Hello there, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you for always tuning in. Here is the part 2 of our previous tutorial I put up there. So after cutting every of the piece now, as you can see, I already cut out some of the elastic band I'll be using for the casing. So before showing you how you're gonna cut the casing, the elastic for the casing, I'm just going to be going to my machine and stitched everything down with 1/2 inch. This is the skirt. I'll be stitching both sides of the skirt with 1/2 inch. Then I'll come down at the under part of the skirt. I'll go up by 4 to 5 inches. Then I'll put a slit there, and that will be all for the skirt. So on this sleeve part, I'll be stitching both with 1/2 inch, and then I will be stitching other top on both sides with 1/2 inches. So here is it. I have stitched it, the whole of the dress, which is the 3 parts of the set of the dress I'm making. So I stitched this down with 1 inches on the waistline, and here is 1/2 inches on both sides, and at the end of it I stitched this down with 1 inches also before putting the slit. As you can see, here is the slit is just 4 inches in length. So that is it on one side of the skirt. That will be all for the sewing part. So here is the elastic I already cut out for the skirt and for other clothes, and this is 20 inches in length, as you can see. And remember, the waistline I am working with is 30 inches after I finish sewing it on both sides. So I'll be putting this 20 inches now round the waistline of the skirt. So just watch closely as I'll be putting this round it. So already secured this down with the pin, as you can see me doing. So I'll put it now in this hole because I left a bit of space there after sewing it round. So that is where I'll be passing this through now, as you can see me doing. So I'll bring it out at the other end there where I inserted it in the first place. You can see I already passed the elastic band out. You can see how lovely this looks. What I will do next is just stitch this down to secure it, and then I'll close that hole there. That will be all for the skirt part. So here now, this is the elastic band for the casing for the sleeve part. Here is the sleeve. What I did, already made 1 inches for the closing part for both the up and down, and I'm left with 4 inches in the length part of the sleeve, and this is 7 inches wide now, and here I have 16 inches round it. So I'll be using this as I did on the other side. I'll pass it through using the pin. So I will then do likewise to the second sleeve, cutting extra 2 elastic casing, which is 5 inches. So now this is the skirt. I already did it off the camera. So here is the skirt. Now what I did is I made sure I overlap the elastic by 2 inches. I overlap it before sewing it down so that it will be fit. And again, if probably it is maybe she is 2 years or 3 years, she can actually loosen the elastic and refix it back. So as you can see how the slit is looking, So here is the skirt part. As you can see how lovely this looks. If you have more fabric, you can actually make yours to be more than 30 inches wide. So that will be all for the skirt part. So I'll take the sleeve now. Here is the sleeve. Remember I said I'll be cutting 5 inches elastic for the down part of it, so that it will be tight on one side and be free on the other side, just to make sure it's fits properly on the on the armhole area of the baby. So now here is the last part of the um, illustration, which is the top part of the dress I'm making. So this is don't know if you all can see it. This is 16 inches wide, which is 32 inches round. So what the elastic band I use for this is 16 inches wide. So this 16 inches wide, I'll be putting it like so, round it, just like the way I did for the rest of the um dresses I have put elastic. So now I'll be removing like 2 inches. This is 14 inches now. This is where I'll be starting the sewing from, just like what I was explaining the other time for the skirt. So I overlap it and then I will sew it like so. You understand me? After passing it through the hole. So I'm just trying to explain because I did that off camera. So this is what I did, and this is what I will also be doing here now. You can widen it if your baby is very big. So by the time, why I'm doing this is because by the time she gets to 3 years old, I can actually lose it and restitch it the way it should be. So that is why I'm making the elastic band like so. So now I'll go to my machine and then I'll sew it. I forget, before going to my machine now, I'll be stitching this down. Remember these straps I make, which is 8 inches by 2 inches. So I'll be sewing it like so, and then I'll be putting it for both the front and the back of the shoulder line. Here is it after sewing it down. As you can see, here is the upper side, and what I did, I overlapped the waist side, which is for 2 inches overlapping, and for the upper side, which is the chest line, I overlapped it by 3 inches, which is the elastic band, just for it to fit the upper side properly. So here is the straps. I'll be turning this in out now, as you can see me doing with my pin. So after turning it out like so, I will do likewise to the other side, and then I'll be fixing it on the shoulder line. So I'll get my pin now, and then I'll use it to be securing this side, which is the smaller side of the top. So I'll be pinning this down like so, as you can see me doing. Make sure you're pinning this the way I'm doing it now. So I'll take the other hand and then I'll do likewise to this side. So just as easy as you can see me doing. That will be all for the top side, as you can see. So I'll go to my machine, just secure it down with my machine. Here is it skirt part, and that will be all for the sewing part. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Bye.